There are numerous reasons why your dog might bite, and surprisingly, not all of them are negative. It doesn't necessarily mean your dog is bad or that they no longer love you. Sometimes a bite is even a sign of affection. In this video, we're going to break down 10 different reasons why your dog might bite. Reason number 1. They are resource guarding. Some dogs become overly protective of their favorite things, whether it's a toy, a half-chewed bone, or even their comfy spot. When they feel someone is invading their space or trying to take something they value, they may start growling to warn you off. This behavior, known as resource guarding, can turn an otherwise friendly pup into a growling, teeth-baring defender. It's their way of saying, "Back off, this belongs to me." In these moments, a snap or bite is simply their instinct kicking in to protect what they consider theirs. To prevent this, avoid reaching for their prized possession. Instead, teaching commands like "drop it" or "leave it" can keep both you and your dog safe while also strengthening the bond of trust between you. Reason number 2. They are fearful. Fear is one of the biggest reasons a dog might bite, often leading to the most serious incidents. When a dog feels trapped, overwhelmed, or threatened, their instinct is to protect themselves the only way they know how, by lashing out. It's a reaction we can all relate to. When people feel cornered, their emotions take over, sometimes leading to harsh words or even physical reactions. Dogs are no different, except their defense mechanism involves their teeth. A fearful dog will usually warn you before biting, and their body language tells you everything you need to know. Are their teeth bared? Is the fur along their back raised? Are they stiff, frozen, or growling? These are clear signs they're reaching their limit. If you notice these signals, the best thing you can do is give them space, avoid direct eye contact, and back away slowly. Pushing them further could mean the difference between a warning and a bite. If you've ever experienced a fearful dog, you'll know just how important this is. Show your support by liking the video. It helps us share more vital tips. Reason number 3. They are in pain or discomfort. Just like people get irritable when dealing with a headache or sore muscles, dogs can become defensive when they're in pain. Even the gentlest dog might snap or bite if they're hurting. Since they can't say, "Hey, my leg hurts," their natural reaction might be a growl or a quick nip when a sore spot is touched. These pain-induced reactions can happen instantly, just like how you might flinch if you step on something sharp. If a dog that's usually friendly suddenly bites when touched in a certain area, it's a sign they may be in pain and need help. Paying attention to these changes and getting a vet checkup can uncover hidden injuries or health issues before they get worse. Reason number 4. A dog's breed may influence its likelihood to bite. You might be surprised to learn that one of the most frequent biters is the tiny Chihuahua, followed closely by the Dachshund. It's often the smallest breeds that tend to bite more than you'd expect. Certain working breeds also have a higher chance of snapping. Herding dogs like border collies, for example, were bred to use their natural instincts to control livestock, sometimes involving quick, sharp nips to guide animals. Unfortunately, when it comes to herding, they're not always picky about what they're trying to move. While sheep are ideal, these dogs might target anything that's not following their lead, like a child who's just a bit too slow to obey. This is why young kids, with their unpredictable movements, are sometimes on the receiving end of a nip. Reason number 5. They are only mouthing. Every dog owner has likely experienced a playful nip or a gentle mouth-on-arm gesture. While this may not be a bite in the traditional sense, your dog might place their mouth on you, almost as if they're pretending to bite but without applying any pressure. This behavior, called mouthing, is a form of communication and a common way for dogs to express themselves. Mouthing typically happens when dogs have excess energy or feel frustrated because they can't do something they really want to. For example, my dog loves to play outside. Once, when I tried to bring him inside so I could leave, he gently mouthed my hand, almost as if saying, "Wait, don't go." This behavior is often triggered by an unmet need. Mouthing allows dogs to release pent-up energy or excitement and is usually harmless. However, if it becomes more frequent than usual, it could be a sign that your dog needs more mental or physical stimulation to stay calm and content. Reason number 6, they are learning the rules of play. Biting is a natural behavior for dogs, especially when they're young. As puppies, they learn bite control through play with their litter mates, who respond by yelping or walking away if the bite is too hard. This teaches them an important lesson in bite control. But when a puppy grows up without learning these limits, they might carry the same rough play into adulthood, not realizing that human skin is much more fragile than dog fur. So, when this happens, the biting isn't an act of aggression, but a sign that they simply weren't taught how to behave properly. Reason number 7, they are overenthusiastic during play and biting. Playing with your dog is one of the most enjoyable parts of pet ownership, but when playing with your dog, it's easy for them to get carried away. In their world, play often involves nipping and gentle biting, especially when interacting with other dogs. However, human skin is much more delicate, so that playful energy can unintentionally lead to a bite. Even if a dog has learned to be gentle, they can still get overly excited and forget their training. This is why it's important to monitor their energy during play and establish clear boundaries to prevent unwanted bites. If your dog's playful side hits a little too close to home, let us know by clicking the like button. Reason number 8, their bite is a sign of affection. Being bitten doesn't just hurt your flesh, it can hurt your feelings too. But it doesn't always mean your dog is being aggressive. Sometimes, a gentle nibble or cobbing from your dog is actually a sign of affection, not hostility. This behavior is particularly common in younger dogs, who use it to communicate and bond with their litter mates. For them, it's simply a way of showing love and building connections, even though it might seem quirky. If you're not a fan of the sensation, don't stress. Most dogs grow out of this habit as they mature, leaving behind their puppy tendencies. But in the meantime, it's just one of the many unique ways dogs show affection. Reason number 9, they are seeking your attention. Dogs thrive on companionship and attention, often craving it almost constantly. If they feel like they're being ignored, even for a moment, they might resort to attention-seeking behaviors, like snapping or nipping, to get you to notice them. While it's tempting to respond immediately, especially when those little bites hurt, it's important to resist giving in. To break this cycle, you need to train your dog by not rewarding these disruptive actions. When they nip, calmly say no and step away. Wait for them to calm down, then offer the attention they seek, this time with added praise and perhaps a treat as positive reinforcement. By teaching them that good behavior earns positive attention and bad behavior doesn't, your dog will learn that staying calm is the best way to receive love and affection. With time, this attention-seeking biting will decrease. Reason number 10, they are natural protectors. Thousands of years ago, dogs lived in packs, depending on each other for survival. Today, that instinct to protect is still deeply ingrained in their nature. As far as your dog is concerned, you're now part of their pack, and it's their job to keep you safe. For some dogs, this protective instinct shows in heartwarming ways. They may stand guard over you, alerting you to anything that feels out of the ordinary. However, this drive to protect can also sometimes go too far. Some dogs may become overly defensive and react aggressively toward strangers, whether it's a guest, the mailman, or even a friendly neighbor. This instinct is also present when a dog becomes a parent. A mother dog is fiercely protective of her puppies and will defend them at all costs if she feels they're in danger. It's important to be cautious and respectful around a new mother and her litter to avoid causing unnecessary stress or risk. If you found this video helpful, be sure to share it with your friends and family so they can learn too. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on more fun and informative videos. Thanks for watching, and here's to many happy moments with your dog.